Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 16th episode of the second season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available. Fourth in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. So I've got to say, this season, so that's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. And, you know, the Patreon seem to be enjoying it as well, which just makes it even more fun to watch. And, you know, season 1 was great. It was introduction into the show, but I really do feel like we've had some character building this season. You know, we've had a bit of, you know, bonding between Sheldon and Penny. You know, we've actually give other people time to shine as well. You know, Howard's had a single episode or so about him, so's Raj as well. I feel like Sheldon has been shed in a pretty decent light this season, if I'm being totally honest. You know, sometimes he's selfish, but especially the Christmas episode, I thought he was really good. And the episode that he lent money to Penny as well, I thought he was a really good friend. And I just feel like, I don't know, he's had a big, good, solid season. And then I've enjoyed the additions kind of into it as well. So, you know, I always talk about adding new characters into the show, maybe building a relationship and bringing people in so we can extend, obviously, the group. And we've not really had that, but we have had episodes where people have dropped in. So, like, Leonard went on a date and she was in it for like 2 episodes. You know, last episode we had Leonard's mum who was in the show as well. We had the person that was in his work who kind of went on a date with Penny. We actually have integrated additional characters, you know, sporadically into the season, which has been really good. So if we're not going to do full-time people, let's keep doing, you know, these periodic drop-in, drop-outs, because I really do enjoy them. And I can't wait to see what I have in store for us today. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
God, I love the smell of paintballs in the morning.
There's no way we can get to the ridge. The chemistry department has us completely cut off.
What about the creek bed? The pharmacology department controls that, and they're all hopped up on experimental steroids. You're paying the price for some of us failing to attend my physics department paintball strategy meeting. Operation Hammer of the Gods.
I forget. Which one is Hammer of the Gods?
We hide behind the dumpsters in the parking lot and ambush people when they come to pee. Did you see the episode of Stargate where they found themselves on a planet with a culture based loosely on Earth, Athens, and Sparta? Leonard, Raj, and I are going to burst out the door and run away. Howard will cover us. I surrender! Don't shoot! They went that way! Oh,
Leslie.
Where's the rest of your squad?
They left me here to die. We're surrounded. So I guess there's nothing for us to do but wait to be captured or killed.
Kind of makes you feel more alive, doesn't it? I say we make every moment count.
How exactly do we do that?
Do you know what, right? I was going to say, when she rolled in, imagine these two, you know, that would be really interesting, because he always acts like he's dead confident and cocky, and she's actually really confident as well for, you know, like, for herself. And it'd be actually interesting to see these two. And if Leonard Leonard wouldn't get jealous, would he? Because he didn't want to really be in a relationship. Although he did try to, didn't he? But she kind of rejected him. So it would be good to see. But have you ever been paintballing as well? Because even though it's so fun, oh, mate, if you get hit by one of them, not inside of the padding, oh, it absolutely murders. Come out with all these, like, bruises and paintball marks all over you. It's a good game, but it is sore.
Did you guys see the new budget memo that went out this morning?
Yeah, more cutbacks.
Unacceptable. Yeah, it baffles me why they don't simply let some of you go so that there's money available for my research.
Howard, I got the approval for the rapid prototyper you wanted.
Hey, Leslie, thanks.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah, okay, but what's with the back scratching and the meow?
Ow! That sounded to me like an African civet cat. Despite what the name suggests, the civet cat is not a true cat.
Thinking Howard wasn't making a back-scratching metaphor, I'm thinking there was some actual scratching involved.
Okay, I didn't want to say anything because I know you and Leslie have a little history.
I don't care about that.
Great, because I've been dying to say something.
You and Leslie?
In the paintball shed, twice! Leslie Winkle is the 5th girl I've ever had sex with. I mean, for free.
Plus, you got a prototyper. That's an expensive piece of equipment, dude.
The way to look at this is that I'm getting new equipment, and you're not, and that's unfair. But a better way to look at this is that I'm getting sex and you're not, and that's delightful.
Sheldon,
You're in my spot.
planning on sitting here?
No, I'm going to the comic book store.
Then what difference does it make?
What difference does it make? My life, where expressed as a function on a four-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, that spot, at the moment I first sat on it, would be 0, 0, 0, 0.
Happy?
I'm not unhappy.
Thank you, you are a lifesaver.
It's a lot of shoes you ordered.
Yeah, you know, the sad thing is, it's really not. Ooh, is this one of those paintball guns? Oh!
Oh.
Boy, your heart's racing. I must have really gotten you going.
Partly you, partly my transient idiopathic arrhythmia. You likewise found the experience
Satisfactory?
I was looking for, but sure, I'll do this pass-fail.
Club was canceled! That thing on Phyllis's neck opened up again!
Don't come in, Ma!
Why not? He's got company!
Oh, there's the arrhythmia.
Is she Jewish?
Are you Jewish?
No.
Yes!
Okay, then you kids have fun!
You think he'll notice?
There's a chance.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
No, you had your chance to be we for like a year and a half now.
Okay, how about this? We tell him somebody broke in. Okay, fine. Well, what if we just flip it over?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Looks fine, right?
Butt print.
There, butt print.
Sheldon! How was the comic book store?
Fine. The new issue of Flash is out.
Great.
Oh, fastest man alive.
He's going straight to that scene.
Want to see me read your entire comic book? Want to see it again?
To be fair, it does look different.
Something's wrong. It doesn't feel right.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that. Penny did that.
Can you fix that? Like, is that leather? Can you actually fix it? I'm pretty sure, like, I reckon it'd be much harder to get it out of, like, a materialised, like sofa than it would be on something like that. But also, do you know what? I was saying change the cushions, but I've got to be honest, it did look a bit different. When Penny was sat on it at first, like, she was sat kind of near the very end, so, like, when it left a bum print, for example, the back of the seat was like puffer, you know, and like he flipped it over and it's kind of all flat, and when he sat in it, he sunk in the back. I know it sounds ridiculous that, but like just looking at it, and it is true as well, it's the minor things, you know what I mean? It's like your pillows, for example. You are used to the feel of your pillow and that, and if someone changed it and you put your head on it, even if it looked the same, you'd be like, this is different. You know what I mean? So like, if that's his spot and that's all he ever sits in, if it changes even a little bit, you would say, oh, it's a bit firmer. It doesn't feel as, the same as it did before. And I kind of get it. But I do think that you can get it wiped out, though. It just takes a lot of effort. Where is his seat?
Why don't you just eat in your desk chair?
Here we go.
That is my desk chair. That is where I work. I don't eat in my desk chair, and I don't work in my spot. I work in my desk chair and eat in my spot.
There's kind of an obvious solution here. Get up. There, problem solved. Nobody cares where you're gonna sit. You're not crazy.
I am really, really sorry, but it's only for a week. Can't you be a little bit flexible? I didn't really think that through.
You claim it's going to be a week, but I have no faith in your dry cleaner.
Why not?
Did you notice the sign on his counter? He's not a full-time dry cleaner. Focus is important. Was Michael DeBakey a wedding planner in between heart transplant?
Ooh, looks like I'm gonna have sex tonight.
Breaking up with him.
Hey, baby.
His right hand is calling him.
Hey, that was good from Penny, that. That was good.
Leslie Winkle. It's a long story.
There's a woman out there anxious to have sex with me. You understand, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, there are two ways of looking at this.
Get out.
Hey, listen, Saturday my sister's getting married. I want you to come with me.
Really, rather not.
Hey, I'm really sorry about that Geneva trip.
What about it?
Oh, didn't you hear? I had to reduce the number of people going and you didn't make the cut?
Saying if I don't go to the wedding, I can't go to Geneva?
Well, actually, I'm trying not to say it. Well, if I weren't controlling you with new equipment and research trips, then I'd be uncomfortable.
How so?
Because then we'd be in like a real relationship with feelings and all that crap.
Bought and paid for sex toy.
You're also arm candy. So?
Hey, Ma, you gotta rent me a tux!
This is my spot. Where else am I supposed to crouch?
He's got 100% OCD, aren't he?
I don't know, Texas?
Go, fresh from the cleaners, good as new.
Really great.
Nice and comfy cozy, 000.
There's one more zero. Nope.
Sheldon, I have some bad news.
More?
Oh, the cashew chicken I get you on Monday nights? Szechuan Palace closed 2 years ago.
Where did my cashew chicken come from?
Golden Dragon.
Oh, this isn't right. No, our food always comes in Szechuan Palace containers.
Before they went out of business, I bought 4,000 containers. That might take his mind off the cushion.
What's real? What isn't? How can I know?
The more he sits in it, the more it'll go back to normal.
Okay. And I will cut to the left behind these trees. Raj, Howard, and Leslie flank to the right behind the rocks. Then we'll all have a great view as Penny runs out and kills everyone else in sight. Is it, Sheldon?
That was for my cushion. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Well, if we're going to descend into anarchy... Okay, see ya.
Do you know what? Like I said, mate, you know, they've done really well this season, in my opinion, of giving people more time on the screen. Like, that was always my, if you would say complaint, even though it's not really a complaint, like, it never really hardcore bothered me. But also I would request is that we integrated Raj and obviously Howard a bit more than we did in season 1 and season 2. And I feel like we're doing that. Like, look at today's episode. It was kind of a bit of Sheldon, quite a bit of Howard, and again, talking about dropping in the characters sporadically, you know, that, like, make it better. Leslie was reintroduced into it. Not seen her in a while. We've seen other people coming and going, and now she's come in and just made the episode better. She come in, elevated Howard in the episode. You know, it's interesting to see him. His romance is brewing. Could they be in a relationship? How unexpected would that be? To be honest, they're quite two big personalities. I would say Howard is the second biggest personality in the group, even though he, you know, he doesn't have as much time. You know, so, like, obviously Sheldon is the main one. He's dominant. Do you know what I mean? He controls it. He is the person that he kind of revolves around. And Leonard's kind of is like his anchor. He's there. He gives Leonard his purpose and he's obviously in it more. But, like, Leonard doesn't have as much, I don't know, like, personality as Howard does. He's, like, dead strong, and the way he is his character, I just feel like obviously Leonard has more time on the screen. It's good to see them two introduced and together. It was something that I never expected. She kind of blackmailed him into kind of going to a wedding, which I'm surprised that he didn't actually want to, because, you know, Howard seems to be the sort of person that if he can have sex with anybody at any time, he'd be going for it. So, like, the fact that he's got a woman by his side who's willing to obviously do that often, you know, it kind of look like he's kind of restricting himself. Maybe he's getting a bit scared. You know, some people actually do get that, don't they? When he gets a bit serious, like she was kind of saying, if she didn't have these little things pulling the strings here and there, then he'd potentially be in a full relationship, and that's kind of scary for her. Do you know what I mean? So I thought it was good. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see actually what we do with them two. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And Sheldon, is it OCD? You know what I mean? Like, you know, where people have to do certain things in certain ways. So, like, somebody might have to, I don't know, every time they turn the light switch on, you know, you see people, they might have to flick it, like, a couple of times every single time. Or, you know, when somebody knocks on the door, like they do, Penny, 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 you know, 3 times. Sheldon, one spot every time. Halo Wednesdays, you know, they got to eat food from certain places at certain days. And, you know, every Saturday he goes and does his washing at 10 p.m. Do you know, is that OCD? I think that's what it's called anyway. And I've never actually thought of it, but he's hardcore into it, innit? He has his set routines and he goes by it all of the time. And it's interesting that he's kind of like, whole world came crumbling down there when Leonard said that his chicken that he's been getting every single week is not from the place that he actually thinks. And you would class that as a, how would you say? Obviously, he's been a good friend to Penny, diverting his mindset away from the cushion to try and obviously alleviate some of the potential stress that is going to be forwarded like their way from that situation. But like, he was a good friend to her, but the fact that he was willing to go and buy 4,000 pots so that he could have his food in a container that he believes is from a place would highlight him being a good friend as well. That's going the extra mile. Now, to us, it's a bit like, you know, that's a bit like too far, a bit crazy. It's only a bit of food. But like, to him, it's his friend and that's what he needs and it's his routine. And I feel like that's decent. And I feel like in some certain like instances this season, each person's been highlighted or given the chance to show that they're actually a good friend. And I've actually liked that, you know. I think Sheldon this season's actually been highlighted as a really good friend to quite a few of them in certain situations. But again, in today's episode, it was Leonard that turned out to be a decent one. As well as Penny's been a good one when she was with, she was trying to give Leonard some information on his relationship with Stephanie. You know, I feel like she was being a good friend and looking at his interest there. She had to give him some advice as well by basically saying, look, mate, you know, you need to say what you feel and how you feel and that you need to have some teeth in the relationship as well. It's not all really one-sided. And I know that might seem scary, but if it doesn't really work out, then that's her loss, you know what I mean? At least you're being true to yourself. And I thought that was good advice as well, so I don't know. I feel like this season, friendships have been going strong, and I've enjoyed it. And obviously, like I said, I can't wait to see how it concludes season 2. Thanks for checking out today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.